Hello everybody. I've been analyzing the newest data. I've got two Say This winters shaping up to be one for the history books. This isn't your average cold season. No, this one carries the unmistakable signature of a classic throwback winter. The kind we haven't experienced since that unforgettable 2013 stretch when Arctic air practically camped over us for weeks on end. And believe it or not, the indicators are pointing towards something eerily similar, not even more volatile, before diving into the regional breakdowns. Here's the big picture. The pattern is evolving fast. By mid-November, just about a week from now, we're already seeing the first major surge of Arctic air plunging south out of Canada. The jet stream is beginning to buckle. The polar vortex is stirring unusually early. And that combination is a perfect recipe for a long-lasting freeze across the northern half of the nation. And once that cold locks in, the snow will follow quickly, and it may not let up for months. Let's start with the present setup. If you're in the Midwest or Great Lakes, you already feel it. Those comfortable highs in the 50s and 60s from last week, gone. We're now talking highs in the 30s, wind chills in the 20s, and overnight lows sinking into the teens by mid-month. The evolving pattern suggests that by the third week of November, snow cover could stretch from the Dakotas all the way to northern Ohio weeks earlier than average. And this isn't just a quick cold snap. Once this pattern establishes itself, it will reload again and again. Roughly every 2 weeks, another surge of Arctic air is likely to dive southward, delivering more snow and ice deep into the heart of the country, even two regions that rarely see significant snow before. Christmas. If you'd like a forecast tailored for your city or region, drop a comment below. I'll reply to as many as I can. And if you enjoy these updates, a like and a subscribe mean a lot. Now, let's move region by region, because every corner of the country will feel this winter in its own way. Pacific Northwest, expect a cold, storm-laden setup. The jet stream looks highly active, sending a steady parade of Pacific systems ashore. The Cascades could easily top 200 inches of snow by season's end. Even Seattle might see several legitimate snow events, totaling 6 to 10 inches through the winter, well above normal. Portland could also witness a couple of rare snow days, particularly in late December and again in early February when the deepest cold spills westward. Northern Rockies, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, this is your year if you love snow. The high elevations could rack up 250 to 300 inches, while the valleys may see 60 to 90 inches. Billings, Bozeman, and Missoula might be out with their shovels almost weekly through January, a snowpack, reminiscent of that ferocious 2013 to 2014 winter. Upper Midwest and Great Lakes. This is the bullseye zone. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Northern Illinois, Northern Indiana. Northern Ohio, you're looking at a potentially relentless season. The Great Lakes remain relatively warm, which means when that Arctic air arrives, lake effect snow will erupt with full force. I'm forecasting totals of 80 to 120 inches in the heaviest snow belts of Michigan and upstate New York, with Cleveland, Buffalo, and Erie possibly exceeding 100 inches by early March. Chicago could see 55 to 70 inches, roughly. Double its seasonal average, and Minneapolis might soar past 90 inches before winter's end, and that cold, it's going to sting. We're talking wind chills plunging to 25 to 35 degrees. Below zero at times in January, the kind of cold that freezes pipes, aces eyelashes, and makes the air itself feel like it's crackling. Central Plains, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma are not off the hook either. You'll sit in the clash zone between warm Gulf moisture and frigid Arctic fronts, meaning snow, ice, and dramatic temperature swings. Kansas City could pick up 20 to 30 inches this season, with several freezing rain events mixed in. Even Oklahoma City might total 6 to 10 inches of snow rare, but absolutely possible in this setup. Are we getting a real winter this time? Oh yes, this one's shaping up to be a classic. Boston, New York, Philadelphia, you're all in the mix. The storm track is active. The Atlantic waters are running warmer than normal, okay? And that's a textbook setup for nor'easters. I wouldn't be shocked to see 2 or 3 major snowstorms this season that bring everything to a standstill. Boston could stack up 70 to 80 inches of snow. New York City could end up with 35 to 45 inches, well above average, and even Washington. DC might collect 15 to 20 inches, marking a dramatic rebound after several tame winters. Heading south, things get interesting. It won't be brutally cold overall, but when those Arctic fronts plunge down, they'll pack a serious punch. Atlanta could see a few flakes, maybe even a light snow event or two. Birmingham, northern Mississippi, and much of Tennessee will find themselves in the snow zone several times. Nashville could tally 10 to 15 inches, impressive numbers for that region even. Florida isn't escaping without a chill. The Panhandle may dip below freezing multiple times this winter, with Tallahassee possibly seeing frost by late November. And yes, even Central Florida could flirt with upper 30s temperatures in January now. Shifting west to southwest, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. This region will be caught in a tug-of-war between Pacific moisture and desert air. The Sierra Nevada could see a jaw-dropping 250 to 300 inches of snow in the high elevations. Excellent news for the state's water reserves. Denver could end the season near 70 inches by late February, one of its snowiest winters in a decade. Flagstaff might soar past 100 inches, and even Albuquerque could surprise with 10 to 12 inches. Notably above normal. But here's what stands out most about this entire setup: the persistence. The cold doesn't just arrive, stays. By late December into January, a massive, long-lasting trough looks poised to dominate the eastern two-thirds of the U.S. That means weeks, maybe months of below-average temperatures, and a relentless parade of storms dropping snow from the northern Rockies straight through the Appalachians. I keep circling back to 2013 because the similarities are uncanny. Back then, the jet stream buckled and held firm, allowing Arctic air to flood south again and again. Snow blanketed half the nation by Thanksgiving, and it just kept building. This year feels hauntingly familiar. The same kind of blocking patterns are developing over the Pacific and North Atlantic, key ingredients for prolonged, cold, and snowy winters. So, when does it all begin? Truthfully, it's already starting. Within a week, the first real blast of winter air will spill into the northern U.S., and the Midwest could see its first snow showers by mid-November. Once that initial snowpack forms its game on, from there, it just keeps reloading. December, colder, snowier, stormier. January, the peak. Brutal wind chills, Great Lakes, blizzards, and widespread snow cover extending as far south as Arkansas and northern Georgia. February, the wild card. A westward shift in the pattern may fuel heavy late-season storms through the Rockies, Central Plains, and Northeast. If I had to sum it all up in one sentence, I'd say this: expect a winter that starts early, hits hard, and refuses to quit until March. If you remember the 2013 winter, it's the one where folks in the Midwest scraped ice off their windshields every morning for 2 straight months. And Buffalo was buried under wave after wave of lake-effect blizzards. Brace yourself for a modern echo of that. Maybe not identical, but unmistakably inspired by it. This is the kind of winter that reminds us what real cold feels like, the kind where the snow crunches like glass under your boots and the world seems to slow down for a moment. It's the kind that tests your furnace, your patience, and your snowblower. So yes, winter is coming early, and it's coming strong. Keep your gloves close, stock up on salt, and if you love the drama of a good snowstorm, buckle up. This one's going to be a ride. And as always, if you'd like a personalized forecast for your region or city, drop it in the comments below. I'll respond individually as time allows. Commenting is completely free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.